Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds, in the studio on a Wednesday morning. Yesterday, the college football rankings came out. Texas is out of the top 12. Any other things in there that's kind of interesting to you and your viewpoint?
Well, the fact is these are not the final rankings. The final rankings will be on Sunday. That's when they're announced, and that'll be it. They will be all of the bowl games, including the one that Missouri State will be playing in. They'll all be listed Sunday, and I believe it'll happen very late Sunday afternoon. I'm not sure of the telecast time. Whatever it is, Ohio State number 1, Indiana number 2. But they play each other Saturday night for the Big Ten Championship, so anything can happen in that one. Georgia is number 3. They play Alabama in the SEC Championship game, so anything could happen. And Texas Tech is number 4, and they play Brigham Young in the Big 12 Conference Championship. So all those teams could see a change. It's really impossible to predict. Now, this is the way it would shape up if they played the playoff games tomorrow. Notre Dame would be at Texas A&M. That's quite likely going to change. We'll see what happens. The others are all iffy because of the conference championship games. I wish they'd be gone. The conference championships need to be out of there. It needs to be a regular season thing. It's not going to happen because they are money makers for the league, and that really is the bottom line here. But the fact remains that the final rankings come out Sunday, and then we'll know who's playing where and when.
I like the conference championships because of what it sets up for this weekend. I mean, going into this weekend, you look at the situation, and there's at least 3 teams that might be there. There's a couple that if they lose, they might not be knocked out of the 12, but if there's a couple that if they lose, they will. If that's the case, who's the team that gets in if they win out? You think Texas gets back into the 12? Do you think like maybe Utah sneaks in?
There's the fallacy in the whole thing because you don't get a chance to prove yourself. Yeah. Anything can happen. A fumble, somebody slips and falls. It's fallacy in my opinion to mark it all on one game, which would be a championship game, and maybe knock a team out of it. No, you've got to go with the regular season. That's why I say do it in, but it ain't going to happen.
No, man. All right. Speaking of college football, everyone's trying to get coaches right now. Penn State thought they were going to get someone pretty damn good, but that's not the case.
Well, what they thought was pretty good, and no, what they thought pretty good is going to stay at Brigham Young, and his name's Kalani Sitake, and he's had a great year with the Brigham Young Cougars. They're playing for the Big 12 Championship and playing for a place in the Final 12 in the college football playoffs. But he said yesterday, Mr. Sitake, that he is going to stay in Provo, Utah, stay out there. So Penn State keeps right on searching, and the field of candidates is getting quite limited now. We'll see what happens.
We also, speaking of seeing what happens, you think Serena's going to actually be able to pull this thing off?
I do. She's an anomaly. This is Serena Williams we're talking about. She's been out of tennis now since 2022, had another child. She has 2 of them now. But that burning desire in one's soul, which you never can measure, is obviously inflamed with her because she wants to come back. Now, will she come back? There's the key. She has taken the first step. Now, the first step is that all tennis players who are in the international circuit, and that involves several hundred of them, have to be in a drug testing pool, and you sign an agreement. I perfectly understand that. Serena signed one yesterday. She joined that drug testing operation, so that's the first sign that she may be coming back. Now, she has a lot of training to do. The tennis players have to be in that drug testing organization for 6 months before they're allowed to play. Well, that would fit perfectly. She couldn't play in the Australian Open, possibly in France, but we'll wait and see what happens and whether or not she can get herself in shape. But if she is to get in condition, and Serena Williams is very determined, she could be once again a very dominating force.
It's crazy to see someone that who had literally made competition their entire life for so long and what that does to a person. The offseason is in full swing for the Major League Baseball teams, and while their owners trying to figure out what the hell they're going to do next year, teams are also trying to figure out who's going to be playing on their teams. And you think we're going to see any action from St. Louis in the near future?
I do, and I think some of it may happen this weekend when the baseball winter meetings begin in Orlando, Florida. The meetings run for 3 days, the 7th December, Sunday through Wednesday. Actually, they break up on Thursday, but often many big deals are concocted during those baseball winter meetings, and I really feel like there is going to be one. Now, much speculation as who the most coveted player that the Cardinals are offering, who think the other teams might want to get something and give up something to get. It is not Nolan Arenado, not at all. He's probably second or third on the list. The top player who is being sought is Brendan Donovan. And Donovan, who's a terrific utility player, mostly second base, I should say, but he can play anywhere. A solid hitter and a guy whose defense has been nothing short of outstanding. Also a very smart player and a leader. He is probably the one who is going to be dealt first. That would be my guess. And maybe, who knows, it could be even a package deal. But something's going to happen because the Cardinals have made the vow that they will not look the same, especially when they play down here on March the 23rd, right before the season opens. So it's an interesting path that will be followed now as the winter goes on.
So on the court yesterday, the Tigers took on the Irish, who was the victor in that matchup.
It was the Irish who got the win, and this is a shootout, and I kind of wish Conference USA would get involved in something like that. Missouri Valley used to be with the Mountain West Conference, and that later dissolved. But this is the SEC against the ACC. So that's the Southeastern Conference against the Atlantic Coast Conference for one matchup apiece. And last night, Missouri's competition was Notre Dame, and they played them in South Bend, Indiana. Back and forth ball game, really pretty good contest. And I thought Missouri played well. They did not get the win. A kid named Cole Serta hit a three-point shot in with about 10 seconds to go that put it out of reach, and then foul shots decided it. Notre Dame gets the win 76-71 over Mizzou, but I thought Missouri played very well and will as the season goes on.
Yeah, a lot of basketball left to be played. We do have other teams that got on the court, and how is everyone looking so far?
Take a look at the number one teams. The men's number one team is Purdue. They played Rutgers, and they pretty much dispatched Rutgers 81-65. KU was playing at home at the Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, and KU lost to Connecticut 61-56. Okay, we'll mention those two. Another one I need to get in is North Carolina, Kentucky, two of the blue bloods of college basketball. The Tar Heels, North Carolina wins it 67-64. And in the women's basketball, number one played. Number one, of course, is the defending national champs, the Connecticut Lady Huskies, Gino Auriemma's team. They played South Florida. Oh, my goodness. 85-51. I tell you, Connecticut's pretty good. Now, Connecticut really has not... No, I'd take that back. They played Michigan, and Michigan came within 2 points of them. But other than that, they played a schedule on clubs that are going to beat up pretty good. That all changes as the season goes on. Auriemma has it scheduled that way. South Carolina will be on their schedule. They're number 2. Texas is on the schedule. They're number 2.5. They're really good. And Southern Cal. It'll be a challenge for Connecticut before it's all over. But right now, the Huskies of Gino Auriemma, number 1 in the country.
We still, like I said earlier, have a lot of college basketball left to be played before the madness happens next year. Ned, have a great Wednesday. I'll see you tomorrow.